Hey there, newbie. I don't mean any offense, but I'm not really looking to make a new friend. Hey, newbie. I saw you talking to Nelson before. A word of advice. Keep away from him. He's nothing but trouble, and just so we're clear, we're not friends. I just don't want you to lose all your caps, is all. I just got here a few days ago. Looking for work, then I don't suppose we have anything else to talk about. I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm not from around here. Only got here a few days ago. Looking for work. That's the kind of thinking I can get behind. Have a beer, on me. Listen, now that I've got you liquored up, perhaps you could help me out. I'm looking for work. Know anywhere I can get some? I thought I told you I wasn't looking to make friends. Unless that mouth of yours dispenses beer, I'm not interested in what comes out of it. Unless you've got something important to say, I'd rather be left alone. Huh. Work for you on a settlement? No, I think you've got the wrong idea of the kind of work I do. I do bodyguard work, bounty hunting, clearing out raiders, and things like that. If times get really tough, then I'll root through desks and filing cabinets for spare caps. It's amazing where pre-war folk used to leave those things. That's a shame. I'll probably be sticking around here for a while longer, if you hear anything. Thanks, I appreciate the help. I'll probably be sticking around here for a little while longer, if you hear of anything. I do a lot of things, but I specialize in light mercenary work. Bodyguarding, bounty hunting, things like that. And before you ask, no, I do not do hits. Go to Good Neighbor or the Gunners if you want that shit. I don't suppose you've heard of any jobs going? No, I've got what it takes. I've got 2 decades on the road in the Commonwealth under my belt. So don't question me. If you really want to hire me, my fee is 200 caps. I don't negotiate. Sorry to hear that. If you do hear anything, you let me know. I'll be sticking around here for a while, so you're interested in hiring me, are you? The fee is 200 caps, up front. I have 2 decades experience under my belt, so I don't negotiate. And of course I hear things. But I wouldn't last long in this business if I spilled secrets to strangers in bars. Looks like you just bought yourself a guard. First of all, we should go over some ground rules. In case I hadn't made it clear already, we're not friends. I'm your guard. You're my boss. That's all. Secondly, I'm not a murderer. I'll defend you if you're attacked, but I won't take part in random killings. If that's all clear, let's get moving. You're the boss. And there was me thinking my rates were quite reasonable. Don't worry about it. If you manage to scrape the money together, I'll be here. No problem. If you change your mind, I'll be sticking around here for a little while longer. Are you here to give me some work, or just to waste my time? I was just thinking what a waste of time this is. We should be on the road. We don't really know each other, and I think we should keep it that way. Professional. You seem like a good guy. And you can handle yourself. I'm feeling pretty solid about this partnership. You seem like a nice gal, and you can handle yourself. I'm feeling pretty solid about this partnership. Can I do something for you, boss? Need something, boss? Have you heard that kid on the radio? I thought he was annoying before, but damn, he got way worse, didn't he? Nothing annoys me more than someone who thinks they're Mr. Smooth. Ha ha ha. So Nikki Valentine is back in D.C., Don't know why Ellie didn't send someone after him sooner, if she knew where he went all along. So Kellogg is dead, huh? That guy was bad news. Took any job and didn't care who he hurt. You did good taking him out. Now, I'm not sure I'd call it faith. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I'm not some charity case, you know. I could ply my trade wherever I wanted. I suppose it doesn't. I just find this whole thing a bit odd. Then let's get back to it. You got it, boss. Let's see what you've got. Just don't take all my stuff, okay? You're the boss. Got anything good? If that's what you want, boss. Is that all? Can we get back on the road now? You got it, boss. I'll catch up with you in the Fourville bar if you want me back. No extra charge. I take a one-time fee. Hey, boss, you got a minute? I need to have a word with you. Thanks, boss. I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. Yeah, sure. We can talk later if you're busy. It depends on your priorities, I suppose. I wouldn't waste your time if I didn't think it was, though. No, it's not a problem. I just wanted to air some stuff out. Before I came to Fourville, I'd had a lot of jobs. I'd been on the road almost 20 years. I've worked caravan circuits, been a personal bodyguard, kept the peace in good neighbor bars. I was even a sheriff once. And do you know what all my employers had in common? They were all completely hopeless. Couldn't defend themselves for shit. That's why they needed me. You're different. We've been wandering the Commonwealth, doing jobs and killing raiders. And you could have done it all without me. I guess what I'm wondering is, why did you hire me? You paid good money for me, and you don't even need me. I think you've misunderstood what I'm saying. I thought you'd say that. It's been nice traveling with you while it lasted. I'll head back to Fourville for now. But then I think I might try my fortune somewhere else. I hear West Virginia is a good place for people like me. A lot of folks need protecting in that Wild West wasteland. See you around, boss. I think you've misunderstood what I'm saying. You've already got what it takes to survive without me. It's not that I'm unhappy here. You're actually the best boss I've had. I don't have to babysit you all the time. I just want to know what made you hire me in the first place. Did you not hear me when I said I didn't want to be friends? I'm not here to keep a lonely stranger company. Hold on. I didn't mean to snap at you. I understand as well as anyone what it's like to wander the Commonwealth on your own. Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I'm going back to Fourville for now, but then I think I might try and ply my trade further afield. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. I suppose they're your caps. You can spend them however you want. If you want to spend them on me, then I'm not going to argue. Shall we get back to the road? I'm looking forward to see where our journey takes us next. If you must. Just keep away from personal topics. You know my rule. Are you going to make me carry all your junk? Don't think I don't see you pick it up. I'm right with you, boss. Go on. Let's get it over with. I hate to do this again, boss, but can we talk for a minute? Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt like I needed to follow up on some stuff. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I understand I'm sort of breaking my own rule here. Yeah, it can wait. I've been thinking a lot about what you said before, about being lonely on the road. I've been starting to think that maybe you were right. Maybe it is good to travel with someone for more than just the money. I've been thinking a lot about what you said before, about you hiring me because you wanted to help me out. I've been starting to think maybe you were right. I did need help back there. Truth is, I was pretty desperate for the caps. I've been thinking a lot about what you said before, when you were evasive about why you hired me. I started to see a little of myself in you, and truth is, I didn't like what I saw. That's not a slight against you. It's me that I don't like. I've not lasted 20 years in this business by losing fights. Better if you just run. You know my one rule. We're not friends. This works better if I don't know anything about you, and you don't know anything about me. I saw that headshot you made before. Nice work. From what I've seen so far, I'm impressed. You know how to look after yourself. And I was just thinking about... You know what? Never mind. We shouldn't be out in the open like this. It makes me uneasy. Come back for me at last? You got it, boss. I'll see you back at Fourville Bar. Thanks, boss. I won't take up too much time with this stuff. It's not about that, boss. Well, it's a little bit about that. The truth is, the grizzled mercenary act is getting a little tiring. I think I want to try and open up a little bit more. I'm not under any illusions this is going to be an easy process, but I want to at least make a start. Oh, I understand. Keep it strictly business. Hear you loud and clear, boss. I bet you had this plan from the start, didn't you? I told you. You did. Oh, nice. There's a bottle cap on the floor here. I think I stepped in something. Time to get to work. This is what you're paying me for. Weren't you listening? Sorry. I shouldn't snap at you. Old habits. The short answer is no, they weren't. Pa was never around and Ma was so controlling, she made everything unpleasant. Pa died a little bit before I left. I think that was part of the reason I went when I did. Ma, I don't even know. Maybe still in Diamond City? I tend to avoid the place. I figured I'd start by telling you some basics. All right, here goes. I'm from Diamond City, originally. My family were about as low stands as you get. Every penny Ma scrimped together, Pa drank at the dugout. Ma cared about me, but she was clingy, far too intense. She always wanted to know everything I got up to, so I ended up retreating into my shell. I hated it there. As soon as I turned 18, I was out of there. Never looked back. So there we are. That's me, opened up. What do you think? Honestly, I just try not to think about it. It's a part of my life that I've completely put behind me. I hated it there. I know. I must sound like the worst person in the world right now. There were other factors as well. Ones that might make what I did more understandable. But those are a story for another time. Anyway, what about you? Do you have any family? There's no need to tell me your story. I don't think there's anyone in the Commonwealth who hasn't heard it at this point. Damn, that's tough. Have you tried Nicky Valentine in D.C.? I remember him when I was a kid. Helped me find a lost toy once. He could find anything. I understand. Family is a sensitive issue. Damn, that's rough. It's far too common a story out here, too. Then I guess we're more alike than I thought. It's a strange thought that all those scents are related to the two of you. I understand. It must be hard for you, finding your son and then losing him like that. That must be hard, missing your son's entire life. You never really got a chance to know him. The same stuff as everyone else. You went to the Institute, found your son, then blew the place sky high. Damn, the Institute? That's scary stuff. But if anyone can get him back, it's you. So you've really been to the Institute. And you got your son back? You're even tougher than I thought. The same stuff as everyone else. You went to the Institute, found your son, and now you've taken it over. I just hope you take it in a direction less hostile to the people of the Commonwealth. I'm glad we had this talk. It feels good to get some of this stuff off my chest, to have someone to talk to. I guess we'd better get back to it. You're not paying me to stand around talking. I trust you, more than I've trusted anyone in a long time. I'm starting to feel like we could be good friends one day. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to us next. I was just thinking how good it felt to open up about myself. Keep your eyes open for trouble. Sure, no problem. You've paid the money. I'll travel with you if you want. Truth be told, I've not been feeling so great since our last talk. I need to get something off my chest. If you don't want to talk right now, boss, I get it. But I want to make sure you know that I really need to talk to you about something. And I'll try again later. Please hear me out then, okay? You're worried about getting too close to me. I understand. I set up the boundaries in the first place. But please, can I ask you to reconsider? No, I'll leave it for now. But I really want to talk to you about something. If you want to shut me down again, I'll drop it. But please think about hearing me out. I understand. I'll deal with this on my own. I'll be nothing but professional from now on. I lied to you before about my family situation. I'm not proud of it, but I still wasn't sure if I could trust you at the time. The more we've traveled together, the guiltier I felt about keeping it from you. When I left home, I didn't just abandon my family. I faked my own death. As far as my ma knows, I died when I was just a boy. I know. I think about it a lot. It's why I like to keep to myself, so I don't have to admit it to anyone. You ready to get back on the road? Pa was drinking away all our money. Ma wouldn't quit nagging me. So I did the only thing I could think of. I joined a gang. I got in with a gangster by the name of McDonald. Got big into illegal gambling. Lost a lot of money. It seemed like everything I did made things worse and worse. Then one day Pa comes home drunk out of his mind. He's soaked in liquor and he's looking for a cigarette. I woke up to the smell of smoke and the sound of him screaming. God, I can still hear it sometimes. The idea came to me straight away. I told Ma to get out of the house, Then I went to help Pa. He was as good as dead by the time I got there. I waited until Ma was gone. Then I snuck out the back, let the whole house burn to ashes. I left the city and never went back. I did a terrible thing, but at least it was over. The gangs weren't hunting for me anymore. Still, I sometimes wonder if I did the right thing. Always got to keep your eyes open for movement. All right then, let's get going. All right. If you change your mind, I'll be here. Yeah, sure. I've enjoyed our travels so far. Of course. Happy to. Wait, boss. We've got to stop. I can't keep going on like this. I'm a little bit. I've not been feeling so great since our last talk, truth be told. I'm not going to pretend my problems are worse than anyone else's. I just need to get this off my chest. I'm sorry. It's just, this is hard for me to even admit to myself, let alone someone I didn't know that well. I've never told this story to anyone before, but you're the first person I've got close to since I left D.C. I feel like I have to tell you. I have to get it off my chest. The Latimers had goons everywhere. It was even putting Ma at risk for me to stay. I had to do what I did, for both of us. At least, that's what I told myself so I could get to sleep at night. He was already as good as dead when I got there. He was just a huge, screaming ball of flames. What was I supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe. It all happened so fast, and by the time I got to him, he was just a big, screaming ball of flames. I broke through a loose sheet of metal at the back of the shack and crawled away. Everyone was distracted as the fire engulfed the house. I used that to sneak out of town. I really thought it'd make me feel better to admit all this to you, but it doesn't. I still feel as terrible as I did before. I'm not sure if there's ever anything I can do to make it right. Thanks for listening to me all the same. Adventuring with you, looking after you, at least gives me a purpose. You know what? Have your 200 caps back. I'm giving up my rule. I consider you my friend. The first I've had in a long time. We're friends. I've trusted you with things I've never trusted anyone with before. I'm glad you hired me. I've been thinking about Ma a lot. Sometimes I wonder what she's up to. They know I'm alive? How do they know I'm alive? And what's this about Ma? She's dying? I know it's a lot to ask, and it's going to be dangerous. But can you take me to see my Ma? I realize now that it's the only way I can make things right with her. Here we go. Look, Lorraine, I know what you're going through. I've been through the same thing. Running away isn't the answer. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your son. Losing a kid is hard on anyone. You're telling me a Chinese submarine had been floating in the harbor for 200 years, and no one had noticed? Some things just defy belief, don't they? Between you and me, I don't know how you can stand to listen to a second of that Kate's voice. This Brotherhood guy is pretty intense, huh? I'll make short work of you. You don't have long left. How does it feel? I sometimes wonder how high the vault numbers go. Someone told me one time that they only made 122. Do you think they numbered them sequentially? Do you ever wonder how high the vault numbers go? Someone told me they only made 122, but I swear I heard a distress call on the radio from a Vault 494. What's the deal with that? Let me get this straight. None of the people who lived in Vault 4 were real? The whole thing was some twisted experiment in wish fulfillment? That's pretty sick, even by Vault-Tec standards. I'm glad you turned it off. Wasn't right that it latched onto the town like that, just when you think you've seen it all. A giant airship brings an army of power-armored soldiers to your doorstep. There's a proverb in there somewhere. We've got raiders over here. Gunners. Like playing soldier, do you? Big green freak. Watch out. Ferals. Don't let 'em pounce on you. Careful. They're fast buggers. I'll show you what a real mercenary can do. No, Ma. I'm not a ghost. I'm real. I've come back for you, Ma. I'm so sorry I left, Ma. I'm sorry I made you think I was dead. I thought I thought I was helping you. I don't know what I thought. I love you so much, Ma. Looks like someone left in a hurry. You don't do that without good reason. Keep your eyes open. Light's hurting my eyes. Light's in my eyes here. Could be tough in a fight. Only thing worse than not enough light. Too much light. How'd they manage to keep this place so clean? Never trust anyone who keeps their home this tidy. They're usually hiding something. Someone must have a lot of time on their hands if they can keep a place this clean. This place is making my hair stand on end. Something doesn't feel right in here. We shouldn't be here. And I can't see a damn thing in here. Feel like using that light of yours? Boss? Where are you? Boss? Not a lot of cover out here. That spot up there. Good place for a sniper. This whole place is a killing field. Looks like a lot of work went into securing this place. This is the kind of place people keep the best loot. Shit, what the hell happened in here? Whatever did this could still be around. I think I stepped in something. Why do we never go anywhere nice? Now, I've never seen so many machines in one place. Now, I'm sure some of this will be valuable to somebody. I don't trust these machines. Stay close, boss. We won't be able to hear each other over this noise. I'm gonna get a headache if we stay in here much longer. I can hardly hear myself thinking here. Even if there was anything of value in here, I'm not sure we'd be able to find it. Normally, I don't mind a bit of a mess, but there's a limit. You'd think in 200 years someone would have tried to clean this place up a little. At least get rid of the skeletons. You'd think in 200 years someone would have tried to clean this place up a little. At least get rid of the skeletons? Huh. I didn't know places like this still existed. Places like this almost make you forget everything that's wrong with the world. Almost. This could be the calm before the storm. We'll be able to hear 'em coming a mile away. Don't let your guard down. It might seem safe, but you never know what's around the corner. This might be a good place to take stock. Check our ammo and supplies. Was that you, boss? Smells like a super mutant's armpit in here. Gonna need new socks after this. Make sure you keep your gun dry in here. Don't overdo it, boss. Careful with those, boss. Got any of that for me? I really hate it when you do that. Very impressive. I wouldn't even know where to start. Why would anyone have that as their password? Now there's something worth having. Not seen anything like that in a long time. That's a pretty neat trick. Nothing safe from you, huh, boss? You'll have to teach me that sometime. Let's not hang around here. I don't think that belongs to you. Stealing? I'm disappointed in you, boss. How the hell'd you build that so quickly? Impressive work. Have you gone crazy, boss? Do you really have to do that? Now that's a sight I like to see. Maybe if you didn't insist on picking up every piece of junk we pass, you wouldn't be so weighed down. Now I know the real reason you hired me. To help carry all your stuff. You do that again, and we're going to have a problem. All right, I've given you enough chances. This relationship is over. I think you'd better lay off those for now. I think you've had enough now. I could do with a glass of that myself. Nothing like a cold drink to take the edge off. Are you sure you want to leave that behind? All the garbage you pick up, and yet you decide you leave that behind. I'll never understand you, boss. What the hell is wrong with you? Again? I guess once wasn't enough, huh? Jesus, boss! Are you all right? You gotta be more careful, boss. They have anything good on them? We earned it. I know looting seems callous, but that's life on the road. Gotta do what it takes to survive. You will clean that before you use it, right? Ugh. Why do you pick that stuff up? Wait, don't tell me. You're going to make a house out of it. You'll take anything that's not nailed down, huh, boss? They don't make 'em like that anymore. People used to have a lot of junk back then. Reminds me of someone I know. I don't see the point in being nostalgic about a time long past. My skin may not be perfect, but I'd rather it didn't get any worse. You got any Radex? I always thought reading was a waste of time. Only skill that'll help you out here is shooting a gun. I remember when I was a kid, my ma used to read me those old comic books. I miss her. Learn anything interesting? Damn, boss, you read that fast. You'll ruin your gear doing that. Couldn't be bothered going around, huh? I admire a man who can maintain his own gear. I admire a woman who can maintain her own gear. You shouldn't waste ammo like that. Jesus, boss, you scared me shooting like that. Wow! Holy shit! Are you all right, boss? Come on, boss. It wasn't even buried. It can't have been that hard to see. We're going to have a lot of stories to tell, you and I. When was the last time we had a nice romantic dinner? I can't stop thinking about Ma. Keep an eye out for those goons. We've got hostiles over here. Look out, boss. Oh, shit. Raiders. Oh, I see how it is. You sure you want to do this? This one's for you, Ma. Another one in the ground. Another day, another cap. Why do you think every Ink Spot song is exactly the same? Do you think one day we'll roll into a town and there'll be no one who needs our help? I guess then we'll both be out of a job. I can't believe Lorraine had so much debt. That Nelson is a real piece of work. Deputy Sanders is dead? I knew as soon as I saw her that girl would get herself into trouble. We should stop by a bar. Grab ourselves a drink. Can we get moving to Ma's? I'm worried we won't have enough time. Oh shit, is that? No, it was nothing. I'm gonna end you. You'd better find someone else to raid. You think I'm scared? You raiders are amateurs. You're making a big mistake here. Let's get 'em. Muties, on the attack. I've got this, boss. Don't worry, boss. I've got this one covered. That's how that's done. Damn, I sure earned my money with that one. Guess tangling with us was their last mistake. You really know how to handle yourself, boss. I wonder if Ma would have been proud of me. I think I've been here before. Have you heard that song on the radio, 60-Minute Man? 15 minutes of blowing my top? There's no way that can be true. I love you, you know. I want to make sure I say this as often as I can. I love you. Traveling with you has changed my life. I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown. I'm trying not to be too much of a downer about Ma. It's hard, though. Gotta clean my gun. I could do with a resupply if there's a town near. How do you manage to carry so many caps around? I practically need a backpack to carry more than 100 at a time. You'd be willing to do that for me? I'm not making any kind of deal with you, McDonald, but I'm done running. This ends today. I'm done running, McDonald. If you want the money, you're going to have to take it from me by force. Jesus Christ. You know who you just killed? That was McDonald, the guy I owed all that money to. Are you always this trigger happy? Well, I suppose I'm debt-free now at least. I can't believe you just pay off my debt like that. I promise, I'm going to do anything I can to make it up to you. I really appreciate that you were willing to consider paying off the debt for me. But that was more money than anyone could afford. Don't feel bad that you didn't have enough. I guess with McDonald dead, I'm debt-free after all. Thanks for sticking by me. McDonald was never going to let up until he had my debt. But I guess I'm free of it now. Did you hear that, Ma? I'm debt-free. It's over now. I can stay with you as long as you need me. Ma? 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 It's too late. She's dead. All the time I spent away from her, wasted. I never got to say goodbye. I appreciate the sympathy. I think if there was anyone in the world I'd want to have at my side for this, it'd be you. I know I'm not the only one to lose someone, but that doesn't change how I feel. Like I had my family back, and then lost them in an instant. It's never easy to lose a loved one, is it? I feel like I lost her twice. Once 20 years ago and once now. It never gets any easier. My ma just died. The woman who raised me. How do you think I feel? I need some time on my own. Just a few hours. I want to be with my mother. Can you leave me with her? Please? Please. Leave me with Ma a little longer. Thank you for coming back. I think I'm ready to leave now. If you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about what happened here. At least not yet. Hey, boss, can we stop a minute? I think I'm finally ready to talk about what happened with Ma. Thanks, boss. I really just need to talk stuff out with you. Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry. I just thought, well, it doesn't matter what I thought, I guess. I'll keep it professional from now on. Sure thing, boss. I'll try you again later. Thanks, boss. It means a lot to me to hear you say that. Since all that stuff with Ma and McDonald, I've had so many thoughts and feelings swirling around my head. I'm not really sure what to do with them. All I know for sure is that recently I went through one of the hardest moments of my life, and you stuck by my side the whole time. I'm not really sure what to make of that. I feel at this point, our relationship has gone beyond providing a little company on the road. It's something more. I feel like this whole thing has gone beyond hiring me just because you thought I could use the caps. This has turned into something more. We've been together all this time, gone through so much, and I'm still not even sure why you picked me up in the first place. I'm starting to think that this right here, this is the closest friendship I've ever had. A friend like no other. The best friend I ever had. That doesn't sound too soppy, does it? I've got to be honest. You're usually not my type, if you know what I mean. But there's something so attractive about you. There's a first time for everything, I suppose. I just can't believe a woman like you would be interested in a guy like me. Relationships are never easy out here, but I'm willing to give it a go. To best friends and partners, I don't think I'll ever be able to thank you for getting me to Ma in time. I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet, but I want you to know I'm grateful. I can't stop thinking about Ma. I wish I'd had more time. I've never had a friend like you. You changed my life. I'll always think of you as my best friend. You're the first person outside of my family who I've ever really loved. It feels weird to say it, but I love you. I'm not afraid to say it. I love you. I was just thinking how lucky I am to have you in my life. I never thought I'd be in a relationship with another man, but there's something so attractive about you. You are so damn attractive. Have you ever thought about settling down? You'd make a great mom. Wait, forget I said that. Sure, go ahead. Ma? Ma, it's me, Logan. It's too late. She's dead. She's dead. My ma is dead. I never got to say goodbye to her. This is all your fault. I trusted you to get me to her in time, and you spent more than a week doing whatever the hell you wanted. Meanwhile, my mom lay dying, alone. I knew I was wrong to rely on anyone but myself. What did you think would happen? I told you it was urgent. I told you she was dying. You fucking bastard. I opened myself up to you. I trusted you. And you've repaid me like this? Fuck you. Fuck you. Because it is your fault. We spent so much time doing the things you wanted to do when I told you this was important to me. You fucking bitch. I opened myself up to you. I trusted you. And you've repaid me like this? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fine. Deep down, I know you didn't do it deliberately. That being said, I think we should keep things professional from now on. I don't think I can face being friends with you, or anyone, ever again after this. You think you can just make a half-arsed apology and everything will be all right? No, I don't think I can forgive you. I'm going back to Fourville for the time being. Then I think I'll leave the Commonwealth. I need to start afresh. I'm going back to Fourville. I'd rather we didn't talk. Nah, I think we should just keep it professional. It's for the best. I'd rather keep my thoughts to myself, and our relationship purely a professional one. It's for the best. Despite everything that happened, I've never felt happier or more free than I do right now. It's good to feel the cool breeze on your face, isn't it? You've really been to the Institute? What was it like? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. The whole idea of that place is too weird to me. Well done for blowing up the Institute. The whole idea of that place gave me the creeps. Just as well it's buried forever. Keep an eye out for Institute goons coming to kidnap us. It feels weird not to be constantly having to look over your shoulder for Institute goons. Just so you know, I think getting involved with the railroad is a terrible idea. Synths just freak me out. Are they alive or not? I think it's just better to stay out of the whole debate. Good to be out here with you, friend. I picked this up on the road earlier. You want it? Well, well. Vault 4 opened. I really don't understand what all the excitement about that place is. Guess they're gone. Guess they knew they couldn't take us. I never like leaving a fight unfinished. Gotta be around here somewhere. Keep your eyes open, boss. They're still around here. Could have sworn there was something out there. Don't worry, boss. They can't hide forever. Please. If we don't go soon, she could die. I really need your help on this one. I'm begging you to reconsider. Please. We don't have time to wait. I don't know how much longer she has left. I'm begging you to reconsider. Fine, fine. I'll give you 200 caps. I'm desperate here. I'll do anything to get to her in time. What is it, boss? What is it, boss? What is it, boss? Now, I've got to admit, I've thought about it. You've been by my side through so much, and the more I get to know you, the more attractive I find you. Yeah, of course, sorry. I just want to make sure you know I think of you as my best friend. If you don't want to say it, you don't have to. I'm happy to hear you say it. I've never had a friend like you in my whole life. Thanks for everything you've done for me. I'll never forget it. Whoa. Look, I don't know if I've been giving off the wrong vibe here, but I'm not interested in you that way. Let's just say you're not my type, and leave it at that. I just see you as a best friend. I'm really sorry if I gave off the wrong vibe, and I'm flattered by the interest, but I'm not interested in you in that way. I'm sorry. I just see you as a best friend. That might just be the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. What did I tell you when I joined up? No random killings. Looks like someone left in a hurry. Maybe they left something worth having. Do you ever wonder why people can't just solve their own problems? It often feels like they're just hanging around, waiting for us to show up, and ask if we can help them. I've never traveled with anyone quite like you before. I can't get a read on you, boss. Thank you so much. We have to get to Diamond City as quickly as we can. I don't know how much longer she has left. You're extorting me? Just because I'm desperate doesn't mean I won't stand up for myself. Will you help me or not? I'm begging you. Ma? Ma? Are you here? Ma? It's me, Ma. It's Logan. It's your son. The fact we've been traveling together for so long, that you helped me open up to someone for the first time, that you got me out of my debts, that you protected me from those thugs, and that you helped me see my ma one last time. That makes you best friend material in my book. Let's get back on the road. I'd rather keep my thoughts to myself for now. I'm not ready to talk about anything right now. Thanks for taking me to see Ma. I was just thinking about my life in Diamond City. I don't miss it. Not the gambling, not living in the squalor. When I was a boy, I used to love to run the bases in D.C. You should try it sometime. Need something, boss? Need something, boss?